Welcome to this Flip Learning video tutorial, and this is all about how to make a quiz which students can access at home, and it means that you don't have to mark it. Okay, so just check that you have got your editing on. You'll know when you do because you'll see the ability to edit. So this time we're going to add a quiz. Okay, so you click on your quiz and away you go. Let's give our quiz a name. So we're going to call it the Flipped Learning Quiz. A little bit of a description. So complete the quiz. It will involve watching a clip and answer the questions that follow. Okay. So very easy instructions. Okay. This is your option to display it on the course page. Alternatively, I'm not going to click that because when they click on the quiz, then they will see it. Okay, and you've got lots of options that you could be using here. You can choose whether to have a time limit on it, give a grade, the layout of it, but at the moment let's just focus on creating and getting some questions down, and then you can start to think about how you might want your quiz to look. Okay, okay, so we're going to save and display it. And it'll tell you that there's no questions been added yet, so we're going to edit the quiz and we're going to start adding some questions. So the first thing that we're going to do, we're going to go to this add button here. We're going to add a new question. Okay, now the first thing that I want to show you is to add a description, which means that students will watch a clip before they answer the questions on the quiz. Okay. So this is your YouTube clip on flipped learning. So I just put a little bit of a description there, so I know what questions that I'm adding to the quiz, but this is what the students will see, which is the question text. Okay, so we're going to put watch the clip and answer the questions below. Okay, so the easiest way to do that is I've chosen this clip. It's only less than 2 minutes long. It's all about flipped classrooms, and we're going to copy and paste the URL from the top. We're going to add that into our quiz, highlighting it as we go and just creating the link in the URL till it goes blue. Okay, you won't need to give any feedback on this one because it's just an instruction. No tags, and we're going to change and save the changes. Okay, so that's the first thing that students will see. That's our question number 1, and they're going to watch the clip, and then we're going to add some questions for them to answer. So the first question, which is going to be based on the clip, is going to be a true or false question. Okay, so you've got loads of options that you can be using there, but at this video tutorial I'm going to show you how to do a true or false, a multiple choice, and a longer answer or an essay type answer. Okay, so the first one is a true or false. So your question name, I often put the question that we're going to ask here. Okay, so traditional classrooms involve the teacher at the front and the students in rows. True or false? And it's going to go in the question text as well. 1 mark available, and the answer, and we're going to select what the correct answer is. So in this case it is true, and I'm going to put well done. Yeah, because they got it right. You might want to add a little bit of clarification why it wasn't false. It's up to you how you want to do that, and then you're going to save it, and then we've got our classroom 1, question 1. Okay, so the next question that we're going to add is going to be a multiple choice. So this is where you give a question and there's more than one correct answer. So this time we're going to list the different ways that students might learn in a classroom. And here, in this case, there is more than one correct answer. Okay, it's only fair that you allow that and to clarify that. Okay, so because there's more than one correct answer, I'll just put 2. I'm going to give them 2 marks, one for each correct ones that they give. So there's multiple answers. So the first choice is listening. That's one way that it could learn. And because there's 2 correct answers, they're going to get 50% of the marks. And then the second way is by doing. And there's your other 50% of the marks. Okay, and we're going to give a wrong answer now. Staring into space is the wrong one. Now each time you can give a little bit of feedback. It is entirely up to you. Okay, and we save, and there's our question. So we've got 3 questions there. Now the last question that we're going to add is an open question, and it's going to be a longer answer. Okay, so this time we're going to add list the advantages and disadvantages of doing flipped learning. Okay, and then you can choose how many marks you give it. You might want to give it 1 mark, you might want to give it out of 10 based on what they get. Now what I'm going to add in here is that once they've answered the response, they're going to see a little bit of information that I've collated already to clarify what they could have wrote. Okay, so I've found these off a website, Flip Classrooms Advantages and Disadvantages. So I'm going to copy and paste all of that into there. So when they type their answer and they post it, they will get immediate feedback of what they could have wrote. Okay, so it just means that you don't have to go back in and clarify any points to students. Okay, and then we're going to save changes. Okay, so what we have here now is a short quiz. Okay, so it's absolutely perfect. It is ready to go. So let's go to our Flip Learning quiz. Let's preview it. And students will see firstly the clip that they're going to watch, and then they can answer the questions. Okay, so traditional classrooms, okay, that's true. List the different ways to more than one correct answer. It is easy. Okay, something like that. Okay, and then we can submit it all and finish. And then when students go through the answer, they get the response, especially for that longer one. Yeah, and you've got loads that they can be using there. Okay, so basically what you have got there is a quiz that you can use to flip the learning, and once you've set it up, you don't need to do anything, you just need to check that they have done it. Okay, so thank you for watching, and I shall see you again soon.